Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Vibrations, and welcome to another episode of Candi Secrets Talk Show. Give me a hard thumbs up when you get here. Share the show while I do my share everything. You already know you do your share everything, I do my share everything. And then we get right on into it. So let me know how everybody is doing, how everybody is feeling today. It's Wednesday. Hit my share button, and it's almost over, okay? So the weekend is on the horizon for everybody. Let me do this, and then I'm going to get into what I'm getting into. Pin, boom, bow, and do all of this. Hold on. Give me this. Let me get in here. But, yeah, share the show. You guys, let me know what's going on with you. How have you been? What y'all been up to? It's Wednesday, and I'm excited. I'm super excited. Let me save this, do this, and then I'm about to be all yours in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and boom, I'm yours. Hey, Andre, how you doing? So I'm gonna give y'all an update real quick. All right, so today is officially 10 days. Today makes 10 days for my micro shading, blading, as I keep saying that, my eyebrows. I haven't did anything to them. As you can see, the scab is still a little scab left right here and on this side. And up in here, oh, wait a minute. Oh, it must have fell off. Oh, so it's still a little bit right here. How you been? How you been, Andre? Andre, what's been going on in your neck of the woods? This is an open discussion. What we getting into tonight? Don't mind my nail. Need to get it done over. But make sure you guys head on over to luscious.brows on Instagram and go holler at her and let her know that, Miss Vibration from candicoatedsecrets sent you over there about your micro shading, blading brow. Hey, Willie Earl, how you doing? How you been, Willie Earl? Willie Earl makes some good food, y'all. He be sending me all these dinners, and I'm trying to fight my inner big girl. So, what I say, I'm trying to kill the pig. Making t-shirts. Oh, you make t-shirts? Oh, you gotta let me know. I didn't know you make t-shirts now. I love me a good t-shirt and a pair of jeans. That's the girly girl I am. I love it. So yeah, let me know. Andre, I need a shirt. So you gotta let me know the information on your business, okay? So I can wear a shirt, rep the brand. What I tell you all the time, it takes a village, okay? It takes a village. Hey, Shirley girl. So what's been going on? Today has been freaking crazy, y'all. I was like, oh my God, did y'all see the madness all around the world today on a Wednesday? First of all, I thought this was so funny. My friend thought I was lying, right? Did y'all hear about the lady, where was she at, in Houston or something, that attacked the sheriff who was coming to evict her out her house with a bunch of bees? Oh my God, it's not funny, don't laugh, but I can't laugh. This lady, I swear to God, y'all, I was like, oh my God. I was reading this up to my friend, and she was like, where are you seeing this shit? I'm like, it's on the internet. Hey, coach, you seen that? The lady, I'm going to read it to y'all, because y'all probably think I'm lying. I'm reading it to y'all. The lady freaking unleashed, here you go, right here. She was in, correction. She was in Massachusetts. Hey, coach. So the Massachusetts woman charged with unleashing swarming of bees, right? Swarming bees on sheriff deputies who was trying to enforce her eviction. I said, oh my God, my mama and him is right. We is living in our last days. How are you using bees to attack the police? And now not only are you freaking in the middle of your eviction, but now you also about to get charged with deadly weapon of bee stings or something. Like this shit. I cannot make this up. Hey, Victoria, I can't make this stuff up, y'all. I said not everything is in the news today. What was the other thing? It was something else that was crazy. I was like, not the lady. Oh my gosh, this one is sad. And I'm like, this guy, he was a drunk driver. So I saw this guy, he was a drunk driver. And he ran over this 6-year-old little boy like 10 times. I'm like, why did you know the little boy 6 to 10 times? Like, what did you think? He was a speed bump? Like, so I just feel like it's more to that story. That was somewhere else. But the one that was the icing on the cake for me was the fucking lady who used the bees, okay, to attack the police. So I was like, okay, so somebody need to call Queen Latifah, Alicia Keys and them, because this lady clearly wants to be in Secret Lives of the Bees Part 2. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. But today, and then what was the other thing? Because I said, oh my gosh, it's like, what the fuck, Wednesday? Did y'all see the lady who, she was like attacked by some kids on the bus? And then she was like, the bus wouldn't stop. This was in D.C. And then she was like, the bus wouldn't stop. I said, oh yeah, she about to get a couple dollars. She about to get a couple dollars because she was like, she was trying to get off the bus or whatever the case may be, and the bus driver would not pull over. Did y'all see that? Give me a heart and a thumbs up. How are y'all doing? I know how Andre is doing. Like, did y'all see that? I really want to know, what is the world coming in? What's going on? What is going on with these kids? She said that all she did was like, she had gave up her seat. Hey, May, CEO of May Shalem. She said she had gave up her seat to this girl who got on the bus with her kids, right? And the kids were cursing. And she just told them watch their mouth. And next thing you know, they started throwing stuff at her, trying to beat the lady up and dragging the lady off the bus. And these was like little boys that was doing that. And I was telling my homegirl, I said, I don't know what is going on, but it's like, you can't say anything to anybody today. Nobody wants you to correct their children. We talked about this on Monday on the Speak Easy show from a different aspect of people, you know, how we could talk about this too, y'all, how men condone their sons having sex. Hey, Corey, how men will be excited that their sons are having sex, but then they condemn their daughters for being sexually active. So we talked about that on Monday. So maybe we could all this might go together. I'm like, what the hell? This is just extremely bad. You said my end. What's your end? Oh, you don't have no sound on your end. You gotta click it, girl. So give me a heart and thumbs up, you guys, if you're here, and share the show. Remember, I tell you, it takes a village. Also, the tickets for the 5-year anniversary are still on sale. Make sure you get it. If you have your VIP membership, your anniversary ticket is $75. But the price right now is $88 until New Year. And then once the New Year starts, the tickets are to their original price of $125. And I also have payment plans as well. But, you know, just like I said, share the show. I'm excited about the 5-year anniversary. Like I was telling Coach last week, you know, I got the awards and everything that I want to give out. And, you know, like I said, we're going to do it just like the BET. So if you want to attend and you win an award and you're not able to attend, somebody will still be accepting the award on your behalf. And then it's going to be up to you to come get it after. But, you know, we talked about just how, you know, the kids today just don't seem to have any respect. Like, I know I was a little disrespectful little kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all, but, you know, I'm transparent. I don't care. Some of y'all got some fucked up children, too. I knew I was disrespectful, but it was only to a degree that I could be disrespectful, you know. But now, you know, nobody wants anybody to say anything to their children. So could you imagine your mother, your aunt, or even you being on the bus somewhere or even in a grocery store and you just telling somebody, oh, I got a true story. Let me tell you this. And you just say, hey, watch your mouth. Hey, don't do this. Hey, don't do that. And you start getting attacked by some kids. And whatever it is, you know how y'all mothers feel about y'all sons. Even little sons, big sons, grown-ass sons, no good sons. We know how y'all feel about y'all sons. But it's just the simple fact that it's like, you don't want anybody to correct your kid. And these were like three teenagers or so. That's what it looked like in the video. And maybe even more. But I'm just like, yo, I couldn't imagine looking on the news or getting a phone call saying that my fucking mother just got dragged off the bus by some kids. I mean, it will be some smoke in the city. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all know I try to be on my best, them yo holding gekio. But I don't know if I could, you know, like control that. What you say, Vicky? You said it's the school. They're the same way in the school. It's like they don't have any control. And Andre said, I work at a middle school. They curse at adults all day. Really? Like, I need a drink. Y'all got y'all drinks? Because I'm going to take a drink for y'all. Because people and their children is just ridiculous. Hey, Shantae. 19 Turner. Yes, for real. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And it's These kids, man, these kids. And you know, when I was talking to my girlfriend about it, and I said, I'm coming in, I got to talk to y'all about it because we know it's true. I said, and you know, all the ones who did it, right? Their mother's pride. I said, girl, their mother. I was like, she was like, where was their mothers? I said, girl, I don't know. I said, but you know, their mother's probably, I said, their mother probably 20 years old. You know, I was pushing it. You know what I'm saying? I was pushing it. I said, she probably 20, 25, you know, probably 28, or they being raised by their grandmother, or, their mother is a fucking crackhead. And, you know, let's keep it a bean. Like, we're not going to act like that's not what's going on out here, you know, that these kids are just so off the chain and disrespectful, and you can't even say anything to them. Now, that's why I said I was a little mouthy. I know I was a mouthy kid, but I was not squaring up with teachers. I wasn't, well, I did get smoked with somebody else, but I ain't know no better. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm pretty sure some of y'all done did some shit too, okay? But it's just a simple fact of the matter that it's like the kids that they don't have any respect. You know, y'all always talk about it takes a village to raise the children. It takes a village to raise the children. But then y'all don't even want the people in the village to say anything to y'all badass kids. And then some of y'all don't want to acknowledge that y'all got some badass, disrespectful kids. From the time you think it was cute, recording them cussing and fussing and twerking from 0 months to teenage months, you know, you thought it was cute. And not knowing any better and not thinking, or you making all these twerk videos. I mean, I see 1,000 videos every day with twerk videos with babies on the fucking bed watching. I mean, little boys, baby girls, big baby girls, all day long, you know, and I get it. So they see it in social media and they see it, right? But then your kid is going out into society and being a menace to society. And then when somebody hurt them or somebody, you know, or like defends themselves and your child ends up, you know, 6 feet under, then you want to say, oh, they didn't deserve that, or they were just a child. But y'all not understanding these kids. Some of these kids is out here going out here doing grown up shit and thinking that they grown, and you can't tell them nothing. What my mother used to say, a hard head make a soft ass. Sorry. I mean, do y'all understand? Let me go to the comments, because I can't be just talking to myself. Shanice said the other part too. That is that some of these motherfuckers in the village ain't shit. Oh my gosh, yeah. Some of the village is a mess. You know what I'm saying? When you know better, you do better. Cynthia said, I was going to say, dang, you started early, but forgot I was in Texas. You in Texas? What you doing in Texas? Now I'm being in your business. Ain't no. What you doing in Texas, girl? You ain't take me with you. Shanice said, now, for me, my mom is literally like a saint. So some of the shit I was doing, she literally had no idea because I wasn't raised like that. And that's what I'm saying. You know, no way am I saying that you know what your children are doing all day. Because, yeah, some of your kids wasn't raised away and they just out here acting like little monkeys. Because that's what they're choosing to act like, okay? Oh, no, what I said earlier, I said, they out here acting like we in a banshee, y'all. And then I said, Gina, what's a banshee? And I said, you know, from when he said that on Martin. So it's just crazy. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't know. What's the other one? Vicky says, shoot, one student called the teacher a bitch to her face. A lot of parents either don't care or lost control of them. Oh my God. And then my thing is, do you step in or do you mind your business? Because like you seen this lady I dragged on the bus, you can't say nothing. Let me tell you a true story about this man. I can't say his name, but he is so awesome. Maybe I could say his name because then ain't nobody gonna know him. Y'all don't fucking know him. Mr. Dennis. Mr. Dennis was is a cool guy. I love Mr. Dennis, right? When I was working at when I used to work in property management and I was at this property, and Mr. Dennis will go and clean the laundry facility. He lived there. So y'all know how it is. Give me some hearts and thumbs up. Y'all share the show. Y'all know how it is when, you know, the older people, they like to keep their neighborhood looking good. If they're going to use something, they're going to clean it. So he liked to keep the laundry room clean on the property. Nobody asked this man to do that. It's something that he wanted to do. But it's certain things that just come with a level of respect when you just be like, That's just something that they did. But I think what it is true. You know, like I was a teenage mom too. But what I also think plays a factor is that so many of us, you know, were young parents that, you know, our children didn't see us cleaning, you know, that type of stuff. So we don't know. I wasn't fucking cleaning nobody else's laundry, man, or picking up trash that nobody know. You know, so, you know, I'm just saying, I can keep it real. You tell me, were you doing it? And if you say yeah, then fuck, kudos to you, or you lying for the internet. But but the millennials, we weren't doing all of that. Right? So he cleaned up the laundromat, right? Hey, Maurice, he cleaned up the laundromat. He did all of this other stuff. And he caught, the kids were in there messing with people's clothes, right? Throwing them everywhere. So he was correcting them. He didn't curse at them because there was cameras on there. You know, he swept it up. They was putting each other in the dryer and swinging each other around in the dryer. You know, that was fun. I used to do that. And, you know, he told them to get out of the dryer. And he told them go play on the playground and get out of the laundry room, right? Give me all the thumbs up. You keeping up, right? So he told them, do you not know that one of them went home and told their parent came down there. The mother came down there fussing and cussing. And then the father of one of the little boys, who probably wasn't even the father for real, who probably was the mother boyfriend who was just being the father at the time, you know, just coming at him and something to say, y'all know them, right? The ones that be like that. And cussed this 70-something-year-old man out and was like, you told my son to get out the laundry room? You yelled at my son? And he said, well, yeah, Mr. Dennis ain't play. You know, plus he was a retired vet. You know how the military people be. When they retire, they just feel like they still got that 20-year-old strength from when they went back in, you know, during the 1700s. So he was there, whatever, and he was talking to the dude, and he was like, yeah. He was like, because he was in here taking people's clothes out. Hey, M. Shari, taking people's clothes out. They were trashing the laundry room. Yeah, I said something to him, and I would have hoped that if it was my son in here doing it, you would say something to him too. And if you told me and I found out what he was doing, he gonna get his ass in trouble because he shouldn't be in here messing up the thing. So it's just like, I don't know, you know, when it became an issue for other people to correct your kids. Now, I know I used to have some tattletale neighbors, but I also was that kid that I ain't kid. I wasn't really doing too much. I just was either fighting or, you know, outside all day or whatever the case may be. But I just remember me and my friends, we weren't, what y'all tell me what you and your friends did? Like, we weren't off the chain. Like, me and my friends wasn't bucking at the teachers. We wasn't, you know, when somebody was on the bus say, watch your mouth, we would laugh at our friends like, that's not somebody told you what to do. We never thought for a second to fucking get smart with the person on the bus or get smart with the adult that's correcting you, because 9 times out of 10, you ain't had no business doing it. But I think that it's just like that maternal instinct and just the whole instinct of itself that just really feels like, oh my God, somebody is saying something to my cub. You know what I mean? So you kick in, and sometimes we allow that ego. When I tell y'all, ego is the first voice that speak. Ego don't just show up in relationships. You allow your ego to show up, like, hold on, and get in that defense mode. And sometimes you jump out there and you don't know what's going on, and your kid dead wrong. Or you go somewhere and you thinking that you know what's going on because all you decided to do was listen to your kid, right? And then you listen to your kid and you get there and you like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. So, but because that's your kid, you gotta stand firm. You know, you're gonna chew their ass out in the car. Or sometimes you might be like, oh, so you playing. You playing, like you said. Somebody said in the comments, you know, they weren't raised like that, and you out here. So you out here playing, just acting like you don't have no home training. Like, and then you know the thing that gets me too sometimes with some of y'all. Give me all the thumbs up. If you're keeping up, that, and I'm gonna read the comments before we get out of here. That you know if your kid is disrespectful because you know how your kid is at home. You know if these people are lying about what your child did and didn't do because you live with them. So you live with them. So you see it. So you know what is going on. Stop playing dumb and being oblivious to what your kid is doing when, just like these niggas. Don't nobody want to look at the history of the relationship with these niggas before they fucking decide to go in and want all hell to break loose. Look at the situation with your children. You know what your fucking kids are doing. Ooh, I'm cursing, I'm sorry, it's the drink. But you know what your kids aren't doing. You know if they getting smart with these teachers, because they probably in the house getting smart with you. You know if they telling the teacher what they not going to do, because they probably told you they ain't washing dishes, clothes, or taking the trash out. Like, we gotta call a spade a spade. Sometimes you jump to the defense of your child just trying to protect them because they're your child, that you end up looking stupid and not knowing, and you're just creating a bigger monster. And now we have shit like that. What goes on today? Lady getting drug off the bus by 3 little boys. Boys! So not only do we have these men who don't have any respect for women as it is. Now you have these little boys who don't have respect for women. These little boys who were raised or being raised by a woman somewhere, you understand? Think that it's okay to drag a 50-something-year-old woman off the bus. Like, I'm just trying to figure out where the disconnect with, my childhood versus the kids today. They are, and then everybody want to say, oh, it's because, don't shoot me, but everybody want to say, oh, it's because we don't have any PAL centers, or, oh, it's because the kids don't have any extracurricular activities to do. Oh, they may or may not. And I'm not saying that may solve some of the issues, but at what point do you, as the parent, find some extracurricular goddamn activities for your child to do? When do you stop waiting for everybody else to correct your child or to put your child in some form of an activity? When? Oh, okay, you don't want to put them in something in the county or put them in something in another state or something like that, or whatever the case may be. All right, well, what are you going to do then? Because if you know it ain't nothing where you're at, and you ain't sitting here trying, some of our people don't even want to fucking teach their kids their ABCs for real. Let's keep it a bean. You don't even want to people who was in COVID had to be parents for 2 years. You know how hard that probably was for some people? They had to be a parent for 2 years, every day, all day. Some people use school as a daycare center to get away from their children. And now you have kids thinking that it's okay to disrespect adults and drag this lady off the bus. The other one punched the lady that was recovering from chemo in the school. Like, who are raising these children? And I know there's no book on how to be the perfect parent. And I know that there's no book on being a parent. But my God, what are you exposing your kids to? And not only that, why aren't you looking at your child's behavior saying my child must be in pain and needs some help? So people be so busy trying to figure out and fix their marriage with this nigga or this woman or their girlfriend or boyfriend, and want to go to all the therapy in the world, but you ain't putting your child in therapy the first. Whew. Sorry, look, you see, I'm always getting hot in. I got a couple minutes. Do you understand? Yeah, Vicky said couldn't wait to send their ass back. Yes. You said you lost your job because of it? Shanice said that shit ain't always that easy, especially now with the state of the economy. Not making excuses. Some people just shouldn't have kids, period. No, they shouldn't, and I'm not disagreeing that. Some people shouldn't, but for the ones who do, they do. But my thing is, no, the economy is okay. The economy is a little mess. But you know how to sit in the house and make some index cards. Get your ass out the club. Get from under this nigga. Turn off the video game, Mr. Dad, sir. Teach your son something. Ain't no recreation. Then go play football with him. Stop bringing people around your children that can't be a role model the first. I'm sorry, Shanice. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just being passionate. Just be passionate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes no sense to me. Shantae said, too many parents being friends with them grown-ass kids instead of being their parents. They won't learn until they're older and knocking them upside their head, stealing from them, and flat out disrespecting them. Yeah! Yeah, like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Andre said, but the parents will state, oh, I can't do nothing with him or her. Yeah, and as sad as it may be, as sad as it may be, some people really can. Like, I remember when I was working at the juvenile jail, right? Before I get out of here, I got 5 minutes. At the juvenile jail, right? And you don't know how many times I will call and see the same kids. And you don't know how many times I will get calls to like tell you your kid is ready. That, you know, you actually, the mothers was like, I ain't coming. I got 4 more children in here. He the oldest. I got 5 more kids in here. This. Such and such is doing what he want to do. He ain't listening. I can't do nothing with him. Y'all keep him. And then if I let y'all keep him, y'all going to charge me with child neglect. And then, I get it. I totally get that. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. And then I also had the ones where we calling them, telling them what their kid doing. Not saying you can't go out, but the same kid all the time, every week, and we calling you, and every time we calling you, you in Malwas? This real shit. Every week your kid get locked up, and every week you in the club. And so I get it. So you probably need some release and, you know, all of that. And I'm not saying anything like is wrong with that. Go out and have a good time. But make sure your fucking child is not terrorizing the world while you having a good time, because they making somebody else have a miserable time. And I get it, some kids out of control and you don't want to. And I understand how people feel about the jail system and the whoop-de-whoop-de-woo and the white man, whatever y'all say. Send their ass to boarding school. Send them to military school. But the answer is not putting him out. The answer is not love them when your kids act up. That's when you got to hold on to them and love them a little harder. Once you get on your knees and start praying. Stop praying. People be praying for all the wrong shit. You want these relationships to work. You all want these relationships and all this shit to work, but you ain't praying for your kids at all. Your kid is getting in trouble every weekend and there's so much pain and you can't even recognize it. How your fucking kid is a teenager, or what they say, I'm going to use your words, adolescent, and he telling you or she telling you they not going to therapy. I don't care if you got to go in there like Antoine Fisher and sit there every week. Eventually you're going to say something. So some of these kids are acting out because they're in pain because of what's going on in their house. So my question is, when do you sit and look at your history of your life and what's going on and say, you know what, my child did see this, they did see this, they did see this. I got to start making some better choices because they didn't come here acting like that. I didn't come here acting like that. You didn't come here acting like that. Somebody taught you that. And you've seen it from the environments and the things that you are around. And some people do the best that they can. You understand? But when do you stop and say, my kid is out here beating up adults, being disrespectful, fighting on teachers, bullying other children? When do you say, what's really going on with you? What's up? What's wrong? That too right there, Vicky. She said the other thing is some black folk don't believe in therapy. Exactly. That too. Yeah. Not everybody wasn't meant to be a parent, Mel, but shaking my head, yeah. Sadie said the consequences are no longer harsh enough for the actions in which these kids are doing. Mental health has been made an excuse, yes, for all the actions they are doing. Until the consequences meet the actions, they all will continue to do what they do. And yes, the parents are the number one reason these kids are like this. They'd rather be friends than parents. Yes, rather be friends than parents with your kids. Exactly. What Shantae say? She said, they in competition with their homeboys and homegirls, so they too afraid to admit something wrong with their kids. They don't want to get them help. They want to dress them up, turn them into corner boys and city girls. Don't care that they can't tell you their address or know their mom's phone number if they get in a situation. The social media world and this new age music has took over what real parenting and real life is. They want the fake lives they seeing on the screen, and now the kids do too. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, that all of that. Valerie said, yes, girl, some of these parents need to be damn parents. Yeah, they do. Some of the parents need parenting. You understand? And it's just ridiculous and it's sad, you know. And because social media, like this generation of kids has to be the most, I don't know about y'all, but I've seen this generation of children are so easily influenced. You know, they can't think for themselves. They are measuring their worth. You know, you have little 18, 19-year-old girls walking around with waist trainers, ain't got a waist to first, getting their boobs done. Your whole body ain't even fully developed. You know, like, what the hell? I was telling my homegirl that earlier. They know how to drag this woman off a bus. Your kid know he go out here and act an ass, but you ask them something with some sense and they can't even answer it. but he can tell you all day every word in NBA Youngboy, but he can't read a sentence without using his finger. Don't get me started, y'all. But yes, I just don't like it. I don't like nothing about it. And you send them out here and they doing all of this and they think they know everything So, I'm just saying, if your child is out here doing something, correct them. If you know what I'm saying, somebody is coming to you telling you something that your kid do, before you allow your ego to be like whoop, 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 stop for a minute and say, well, I know what Taylon do in the house. Tasha, I know what you do. Oh, your teacher told you 20 times to put your phone down. Oh, I can believe it because you ignore me when I'm trying to tell you wash the dishes. Like, stop acting like we don't know what our kids is doing. Stop acting like you don't know what your kids is doing. Yeah, and I say that all the time, Valerie. It takes a village. It takes a village, but don't nobody want the village to say nothing. You understand? And then when the village say something, y'all cussing them out. Then y'all say something and they cussing them out. So I just want to say, I don't know what's going on. Accountability. You know what I'm saying? These men, they have women in and out. These women, y'all having different men in and out. And you think because your kid is little, they're not paying attention. Oh, they paying attention. They paying attention. And guess when you going to find out they paid attention? Right when they grow up and you start to look at their relationship habits. You start looking at how they treat people. You start looking at how they're talking to people. Everybody is broken and don't nobody want to do what it takes to be fixed. Everybody, is coming from some form of a trauma, but don't nobody really want to put the work in. But I'm just saying, like, people be ready to put more work in with relationships than they do the work that's in their house. It's like now that everybody wants to mend the trauma. We had the older generation before I got here. They, what goes on in this house stays in this house. One of the most toxic statements I've ever heard in the whole United States of America. I never agreed with that because that's why you got so much other stuff people don't know about. Okay, so the older generation did that. Everything's a secret. This is private. You don't tell nobody what goes on here. So then you got, the millennial generation that's just, tried to show them like, look, I'm going to be me. I'm going to be free. Now we have everything going on in the world. And then some of them became parents, right? So then they become parents and we try to do the best that we can do, which is still go by what your mom say. But now we allow the kids to be a little expressive. Some people allow their kids to be a little too expressive. You get what I'm saying? And it's a cycle. So you go ahead, you do that, you got them babies. And then you got these, I'm going to call them the Y2K babies. I think that's like some weed or something, girl. I don't know. But y'all know, that let you know the whole fentanyl section just of foolishness. Seriously, of foolishness. And they having babies. So when they having babies, what they doing? I seen it. They giving the babies weed. They letting them drink E&J because the baby teething to go to sleep. And, letting any and everybody keep the child. And letting Uncle Mike and them let the baby sit on the laps. And, think it's cute to have all your little girlfriends acting like women can't be pedophiles watching your children. And then now you got them who are already experiencing that. Now the other ones are here. And it's like, oh my God, did y'all just look at that 1, 2, 3, 4? That was like 4 generations of shit. 4 generations of shit that needs to be cleared up. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody's trying to do the best that they can do. But now, from the millennials on down, even with these new kids, we got what y'all said in the comments. Social media now. So now are you not just having to deal with the peer pressure at school like we used to? Now you got the peer pressure at home. You got the peer pressure at school. You got the peer pressure on social media. You got the peer pressure everywhere. It's some peer pressure. And these kids are so easily influenced. Come on now. You got people who are killing themselves behind cyberbullying. Cyberbullying. The internet. How you letting some strangers you don't know say nothing about you? But I could get it when you're a kid and you're dealing with all that other shit. And you in a house and you probably being neglected in the house. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to figure it out. It's just sad. Everybody is just in pain and nobody wants to deal with it and face it. So I just was coming here today to talk about some of the stuff. That's why I said it's What the Fuck Wednesday with the stuff that I've seen. It takes a village. You are what you eat. You are what you absorb. There's no perfect way to be a parent. Just be better. Just do better. God damn, we all get tired. I know everybody feel like if they could do it all over again, they wouldn't have no children or they would do it a different way. I say it all the time. I wouldn't have been a teenage mom. And that's a fact. I could be honest with me. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't have been a teenage mom. And if I'd have known that me being a mother was going to have me witnessing what's going on today, goddamn it, I would have brought nobody into this foolishness. And I mean that. Like, goddamn. You know, but it's just sad. So when we know better, we do better. It definitely takes a village. It takes a village with any and everything that we choose to do. So like I said, you know, it's sad that we live in a world where we have to check ourselves before we even correct somebody doing something wrong. But even still, you know, just be better. Be better. Do better. Speak up if you can. You know what I'm saying? And just watch what you're doing with and around your kids. I don't care how old they are. They're always paying attention. Always paying attention. My daughter can tell you everything I do. And I didn't even think she was paying no attention. And she's 18. She was paying fucking attention. You know what I'm saying? And listen to your kids. You know, let your kids voice their opinions about your relationships. Let your children voice their opinions about different things because they see it. You know what I'm saying? They see it. Don't just say, oh, I said no because I said so. Give an explanation. You know, big mom and them ain't believe in no explanation. But now you got to give people explanation because if you're just telling me don't touch that pot because it's hot, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to touch the pot and find out how hot it is for myself. So, you know, I don't know. Just don't give up. You know, there's always somebody dealing with something worse than you. And do better. And when you do better, we become better. And it definitely takes a village. It definitely takes a village. So thank you guys for watching tonight. And I'll see you guys Wednesday. Bye.